What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. So this is gonna be a quick video. We're just gonna go over the stones and tickets of the anniversary, the worldwide celebration. A couple of things before jumping into it, though. Two things. One, we will be talking about money and spending money. Considering this is a free-to-play account, obviously I am against spending money on the game. Even if I was on my main account, it would be the same conversation because this is definitely like something you really shouldn't, right? It's more of a luxury to spend the money on the game than it is anything else, right? And I always advise people not to spend any money, and the free-to-play account is testament of not spending money on the game. So that's one thing. Second thing, for your Memorial Dragonstones, if you want to know how it's calculated, I'll just repeat it. I'm pretty sure everybody knows, right? It's 50 stones used in the last year. For every 50 stones used in the last year, you get one Memorial Dragonstone. So post in the comments below how many did you get. In this account, I got 133. On my main account, I got like 406 or something like that. So not that much, but if you do the math, it's quite a bit. So, all right, that's besides the point. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So everybody should have gotten the red Dragonstone. They always give this red Dragonstone out consistently through all these big celebrations. It's a free card. The cards aren't necessarily like that impressive or anything like that. However, there is some things to note. One thing is that they added this. It's just a bundle for the worldwide celebration. Both suck. The only substantially good unit here, and that's only because of he just came out for EZA, would be the STR Blue Goku off in the top left, right? He is the only one that is in any way good in any way. Everybody else is very gimmicky, or it's just aged out, or are only good for like Super Battle Road, not even Extreme, because they're so weak. The Galagun Duo has been out and free for a very long time, right? So that's pretty much it. But if you want a recommendation from this, my recommendation will always be Super Saiyan 3 Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Int Janemba are still by far the best units, even better than these three, 100%. And regardless of which pack you choose outside of the Elder Kai one, you will get 2 Elder Kais. Obviously, if you get the Elder Kai one, you'll get 3 in total. So there is that for you. But that's pretty much it. Ain't nothing else to say for the red Dragonstone. Personally, I would go for what you don't have. But since these units are old as hell, you probably already have some of these, if not all of them, at least one copy. So it's completely up to you. So let's move on. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Memorial Dragonstones. This amount is completely dependent on you, but every single character in here, regardless of which one it is 150 Memorial Dragonstones. You can see how much that's a ripoff, especially when you start going to the bottom of the list. Some of these characters are free that you can get right now with the red Dragonstone. Again, I advise not to get any of these at all. However, there are some gems like Kaioken Blue Goku, AGL Gogeta. These two are coming up in an EZA next week, right? And I would imagine they're going to be fantastic. The possibility of this Int Goku Black EZA, the possibility of this future Gohan EZA as well. Definitely a lot of good options here for potentially buying with 150 stones, right? With 150 Memorial Stones. And then obviously there's the big choices like Captain Ginyu. God Raditz is too expensive to buy, so don't buy them. And then obviously these two up here. But more or less, it's a decent pool of units to choose from. But you're better off just summoning for the banners and maybe getting more, because 150 stones is quite a bit. It's 3 multis for either banner. So you could get more, or you could get nothing, or you could not get what you need. But it's completely up to you. Me personally, I would summon on the banners and maybe pull some of the big cards within here. The big boy cards that are really, really good, like Kaioken Goku or AGL Gogeta, for example. Or any future EZAs or Captain Ginyu, right? That, and then moving on. If I'll say this, if Kid Fizz Goku was on here, I would tell you to buy him right away. Like, it would be a no-brainer, right? But he's not, so there is that. And I can't even justify the 150 stones for Gohan. I couldn't, because it's so expensive to spend on them, where you can maybe even just pull them, right? So that's pretty much it for the Memorial Dragonstones. There's another thing to tackle on for the Memorial Dragonstones, and that is, where is it? That is this right here. So 2 things. One, Obviously, everybody knows you can use the Memorial Dragonstones to not only buy any unit that you want on that list with 150, you can also transfer the tickets over unlimited wise into ticket form to just summon for the banners. So that is another option for you. These will not count as any red coins or yellow coins or blue coins of any kind. It is entirely just Baba points. So summon to your own discretion when using these tickets, right? If you think you're gonna get coins out of them. Now, the only other thing that is big is the rainbow tickets. Now, I would advise you spend the 105 stones that you need, if you have 105 stones, to buy the rainbow tickets. Because big thing is the fact that the rainbow tickets are going to be used for the Dual Dokkan Fest banners and the Carnival LR banners, right? Very big. Very, very big. These 21 tickets could be your copy of those cards. I don't know. I hope to God it's not for me, because I really want to pull them as quickly as possible with the stones I have. But nonetheless, this is an option for you. Now, you could do the smart thing and just straight up just wait until part 3 to kind of make an educated decision, depending on whether or not you want to buy a certain card, or you want to spend all your stones here or buy the ones here, right? I feel like regardless, you should do it on this anyways, because the banners for both sets of banners are just going to be absolutely insane. So this is by far still a positive, no matter which way you swing it, right? But just letting you know. What other thing? Oh, associated with the tickets, because we're about to move on to the talking about money with the premium Dragonstones, is the fact that there is a ticket variant of the 50 special summit and a stone variant of the exact same banner. Obviously, I highly recommend to do these multi at the very end if you have the 200 stones and if you want to. Advice-wise, I don't advise to summon on this for 2 reasons. One, crossover is coming in November. That's something to think about. And then the end of the year. The end of the year is still months away, but is still something to look forward to when being a free-to-play player. Saving your stones and summoning for valuable banners is this a valuable banner? It could be, but it could also be a huge shaft like it was for me when I did the tickets, right? I didn't get anything that I really, really wanted. I got stuff that I could need in the future for like a generic event or whatever, but not anything like absolutely fantastically crazy. Though I did get some crazy ass luck, but that's besides the point in separate summoning videos. But that's besides the point. There's still plenty of other valuable banners to look forward to, and not only that at the end of the year, Tabata stuff and all that stuff you want to summon for full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku or all that stuff. There's still the step up for New Year's, and this year's New Year's step up banner is going to be really, 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 really good, if not extremely valuable for sure, at bare minimum. So saving your stones for that is very important. For the ticket, all 3, you get 7 on first login, and then the rest of the tickets will be distributed through part 1, part 2, and part 3, and you'll be able to do the summons in part 3. So there you go. Obviously, highly recommend to do this, right? You should absolutely summon and get your tickets to get this, right? A free 50 special summon is a free 50 special summon, right? I would advise at bare minimum wait until the end of the celebration after you do all your multis and hopefully get all the premium characters, because I 100% promise you no character within the pool of the characters you can get here outside of probably LR Boma, which is a 1 in a million shot, is going to be better or nearly going to be better than any of the characters within the banners themselves, including the 2 off to the right, Fusion Zamasu and Blue Vegito. So just letting y'all know, and we don't even know what the Carnival LRs are, so just that's another thing to think about too while making this decision when spending 200 stones. Now, moving on to the premium stuff. So they changed up the premium a little bit. Just they separated the stones a little bit. And we can move over. So you stay with get 3 purple stones here, but you also can pay for a LR premium one that is an exclusive LR premium LR stone. Jesus. So let's start with the basic one. So the basic purple stone, you're able to get any of these characters. I'll give you 6 in my opinion. 3 are for sure something you should consider, and the other 3 are something that is more of a potential. And then one of those 3 for the last 3 is kind of like a, hey, it's him. kind of a thing. So the first three is the AGL Zamasu, the Tech Trunks, and the Int Goku Black. The Tech Trunks and AGL Zamasu are obviously getting an easy A, and they're going to be absolutely fantastic. I would imagine so, especially because their base kits are actually pretty good. Trunks just really needs a higher base stat total, and that's pretty much it, because he stacks defense infinitely, right? And he's actually really good. And Zamasu has a 40% base damage reduction by the time you get Emerged Zamasu, right? So if they just give him good raw stats, that's going to go a very long way. That's not including the potential of him getting a better kit based upon what he already has, right? Just look at freaking Piccolo, right? And looking at what's his face, Int Goku Black, he is not confirmed to be an easy A, but he is he's highly anticipated to be an easy A within the celebration, because it's freaking Future Saga. It's a big Future Saga celebration. Why wouldn't he be in line for it, right? So he is a potential one, but again, it mostly turns out to wait until the end of the celebration to decide whether or not what you want to do, depending on that. And that leads to my second point for the next three, and it's this Super Saiyan Trunks, this Int Gohan, and then the Tech Ultimate Gohan. So for Tech Ultimate Gohan, that's the one I was talking about. It's Tech Ultimate Gohan. Like, come on. Like, he's fantastic, he's amazing, he's crazy, he's still really good. He's aged out a little bit when it comes to stats, but more or less, he's still amazing. He's still fantastic, right? It just needs a little bit of a starter turn thing. None of the top ones, I don't imagine ever easy A-ing or getting easy A-ing during the celebration, so just moving on from that. Just kind of get that out of the way. These two are the second most likely ones to get an easy A, because this Tech Trunks fits the celebration, and obviously there's people want to Trunks easy A. Why wouldn't this Trunks easy A, this Tech Super Saiyan Trunks, that one that fights Cell at the very end, first form Cell, makes total sense, right? And then this Gohan is in line for an easy A as well, right? So he could potentially also fit. He fits the theme of the celebration, and not only that, he is also, like I said, he's in line for an easy A. So those are two more potential. But again, wait until the end to make your decisions. Completely up to you. But those are my 6 options, because you get 3 of these, right? So moving on to the premium. So you only get 1 of these, and out of all of these, there's only 3, and the rest of them are kind of like whatever. However, there is one exception to that. Whatever. So the 2 right off the bat is Spirit Bomb Zoro Goku and God Goku. Both of those easy A's are absolutely fantastic, and they're still really good, considering they're still really good. Spirit Bomb Zoro Goku just got his easy A on Global, and he's fantastic. God Goku just got his easy A on JP and Global a couple months ago. Same thing flipped with Spirit Bomb Zoro Goku with the anniversary on JP. But they're both still fantastically well. The top row, no. The second row, no, excluding the 2 that I just talked about. The third row, there's 2 to exclude. Well, 3 to exclude, but Kaom Khalifa, no, right? Not worth the stone considering your other options. And Trunks MI, same thing in the bottom row, obviously not. So the 3 that I'm considering here for the third row is Rose himself, right? He is by far the most anticipated LR easy A to exist here. So most likely he is going to get an easy A, and I hope to God he is amazing and fantastic. The other 2 are, one's a for certainty, right, which is the easy A of Baby. He's pretty good on JP, so there is that. So you don't have him, you could pick him up, but they're still ways away until that celebration comes, so you could wait until then. And the third option, an unpopular opinion option, is the trio right here. Now, they could easy A during the celebration. It is a possibility that they could easy A during the celebration. That is a big fat maybe, but again, like I said, it is a possibility because they fit the Future Saga stuff. And again, who knows what Part 2 Carnival LRs could fit the theme. It could be Cell Saga. That was the most likely one, but again, just letting y'all know, right? So that is an option to consider when looking at that trio, right? Is kind of just wait until all the details and everything's confirmed so you can make decisions based upon your actions, so your stone doesn't go to waste, because you are spending money for both sets of stones, right? So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know if you agree with my decisions or my recommendations for that matter. Or are you going to just choose something randomly because you already have everything rainbowed and you're a G, right? Or some other third thing that I can't think of. But with that being said, guys, do appreciate you guys watching until the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below your decisions on all the topics that we talked about. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Take care.